Oh, hi. Welcome to my Oh, hi. Welcome to my YouTube. Oh, hi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ryan. This is Maggie Lou, and we live in South Park, Colorado. Yeah, I think it's about time I update the introduction to my YouTube channel. I'm still that same guy, go Telly on the mountain, but enough has changed that we're about due. Notably, my surroundings, my setting, both where I live and where I ski the most. I'm now up in northwest Colorado, and I ski in the flat top range. My family has changed, and I'm about 3 years into this project, and I think I know a little bit better what I'm about now. So let me talk about that. What have you got there, Goodwa? That looks yummy. Wow, good find. I think a good place to start in my About Me video is why do I even have a YouTube channel in the first place? And I guess if I have to think about it, I think it's maybe a bit of a reflection on my views on human nature. I think that it's human that when we find something beautiful, we want to have and to hold it and be joined to it. And that's why I want to be out in the outdoors all the time. But I think another aspect of deeming something beautiful is that we want to praise it, and I think that is a little bit of a communal thing. And so I found that when I was out in nature, I was always wanting to capture it, take pictures, take videos, and bring them home and show them to my wife or post them on Facebook or whatever. But over time, my phone was just getting burdened with too much of that stuff, so I needed a way to unload it without losing it, and I decided YouTube was a good way to do that. And that way I get to share what I find beautiful with an even larger audience and free up space on my phone. But once you start doing something, sometimes it takes on a mind of its own, and I decided if I'm going to post stuff, I ought to at least weave it together into a little bit of a narrative and maybe make it useful to people. So why Telemark? I think that's something that needs to be explained a bit. I have explained it a little bit before, addressing the utility of kind of backcountry, cross-country gear, but I want to take a different approach today. And I guess I've always liked things that appeal on a scientific level, an artistic level, and a physical level. And for me, Telemark hits that sweet spot on all three. I enjoy kind of being studious and analytical when it comes to trying to understand the Telemark turn, the physics of it, the interaction of the tool you're using with the snow, the various snow types, the weather, how the weather interacts with mountains, all that stuff. That draws me to skiing in general and Telemark in particular. And then I think there's sort of an artistic or maybe a subliminal enjoyment of the Telemark turn. I just think it's more aesthetically pleasing, requires maybe a bit more grace and a little less force. And then I also just really enjoy the physicality of being out in the mountains, exerting yourself, and then also trying to learn how to move your body in order to take advantage of the scientific and artistic side of Telemark. So that's a little philosophical, I guess. Hopefully that makes sense without sounding too lofty and arrogant. By the way, speaking about Telemark, or really any kind of skiing, whether that's Telemark cross-country skiing or even alpine parallel turn skiing, I am not an expert. I guess technically speaking, a beginner is someone who's just starting out I'm not really a beginner anymore, regardless of what skills I have or don't have. If you trace back to the early stages of my channel and continue on, you can follow the arc of what it's like being a beginner cross-country and telemark skier, and watch me progress a little bit. But even though I do get a little instructional at times in my videos, I'm not a ski instructor, I'm not an expert. I really just try to present the stuff that I've been struggling with recently once I feel like maybe I've had a little bit of a breakthrough. Let me mention a little bit more about me that is somewhat relevant to my channel. I do have a day job. This is not an income source. I've been at this for 3 years and have not made a penny. I certainly wouldn't mind if someday I make a buck or two every now and then, but I think no matter what, it would just be easier to save the amount of money day to day that I could possibly make on a YouTube channel than to make that amount of money by grinding constantly. So I'm not in this for likes, subscribers. I do enjoy the interaction. I think that if you want expert opinions, you're way more likely to find them in the comments sections of my videos posted by other people. And that's definitely one thing I hope my channel can function as, is a little bit of a forum for people to ask questions or read comments and just learn about stuff, even if it's not from me. So let me get into a little bit of how I've organized my YouTube channel. I've tried to categorize a lot of my videos into certain topics and put those together into playlists. Some of those playlists are just scenic XCD, scenic cross-country downhill outings, if you just want something hopefully peaceful and serene. I've got some videos dedicated to analyzing and experimenting with gear. Today, I'm not actually on a cross-country downhill setup. I'm using skins, and then I'll be trying out some fish scales I dremeled into these downhill skis on the way back. So that's a little example of some of the experimentation I try out in my gear playlist. There's family cross-country skiing, if you want to get a sense of what it's like skiing with little kids. I do post a little bit of summer content, whether that's skiing sometimes on summer snowfields or hiking. And I try to post hikes that there isn't a ton of information on already online. If you're trying to hike a 14er, that's a little bit of a Colorado cliche, and the millennial in me, the hipster in me, can't abide that. So I have to go hike some of the more obscure peaks that haven't sold out yet, and that often means I'm on lower summits, and those videos probably won't get many searches. But I do have a playlist dedicated to somewhat random hikes. All right, I want to start to wrap up my closing thoughts on this video. One thing that's amazing to me is the fan base. Small though it is, it's ardent for backcountry telemark and cross-country downhill. I've been posting some crummy videos for a number of years, and still people interacted and people seem to really enjoy them. And I certainly value and cherish all the interactions with other enthusiasts. One thing I do want to mention is there's a musician that I respect and follow who has had a fairly successful career, but at various points he's tried to self-sabotage by creating something that's unexpected that he seems to think maybe some of his fan base wouldn't particularly like. And that's kind of odd, but I guess his idea is he doesn't want to be pigeonholed or constrained by expectations. He wants to be free to create the stuff that brings meaning to him. And that's what I want to do. I want to create videos that I want to watch. I want to create what's of interest to me ultimately, and that I certainly don't want to alienate any fans or any subscribers, but I'm also I don't know, I just want to create the expectation that there could be the unexpected at some point. I might pivot, I might take a new angle, I might explore something that not everybody's gonna like, and that's not trying to brush anybody off or get rid of some people or anything like that. I just want to also have freedom and license as a creator. So, hey Golwa, easy. Hey Golwa, I feel like I've been talking about myself a little too much. Do you think you can share with the viewers how you feel about my channel? Give us a word or two. All right, thank you. There you go, an authentic testimonial. So anyways, as always, thanks for watching. I do hope you stick around. Adios. By the way, while I'm at it making this video, I've just reached a milestone for my channel that I'd like to share with my viewers. And that is, I've reached a new low. I just skied in quotation marks, all the way back down the mountain, 1,500 feet or so, with my climbing bail still up. Woohoo!